Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to day 11 of the 12 days of Christmas. Yeah, I know it's the 13th. Well, if it gets loaded up by the end of the 13th. And, yeah, and that I'm behind. The background that I'm using is Ella and Viv, I believe it's called. And I thought I'd put a little bit of mixed media on there, not a whole lot actually. And I'm using gelatos and I'm using the aqua and the pink there. And I will start using the white and decide, nope, it's not looking like I want, but I didn't try to wipe it off. It would have probably wiped off since this is kind of on the shiny side, but I went ahead and left it. And then I will be pulling out my Dilutions white linen. Love that stuff. It works every time. Well, I think a couple of times on cardstock it didn't, but everything else it works on. And while I'm doing that, I want to mention that down there below is the links to all the other gals doing, well, have done this hop. They're probably all done with it. And also, I keep forgetting to mention that Kathy was planning a giveaway on the 12th day for $50. So make sure you go over there. And the 12th is her birthday, was her birthday. So you want to wish her a happy birthday on that video because it did go up on the 12th on the correct day. You have to be subscribed to her channel, like the video, and leave a comment. And the comment is an answer to a question that she's going to ask. But if you've been watching her videos, you already know it. I showed that punch there, and that's the Stampin' Up's Petal Blossom Punch. It builds a flower, and that's one of the petals. And then I also showed Spellbinders. I think it's called Snowflakes is all it's called, I think. I'm not sure. But it's just a really thin metal embossing thing. I don't even know if they make them like that anymore. But I've had it a long time and I looked and it was 2009, but it still works. And you just put it with one of those embossing pads and run it through your Big Shot or whatever. And it embosses really good for something so thin. But it looks like texture on the beard, and that white thing is the beard. I'm freehanding the body. I am making a gnome, and I'm freehanding the body, and then I'm going to use a few punches, but the hat and the body both are freehanded. Well, a couple other things are too. And there I'm showing the tail of the fox. And I forgot to show the tip end of the tail. But I am going to be punching that out. Well, I got it laying over there. And it's going to end up being the mustache. When I was punching that one wavy looking part that was the tail, I thought, oh, that'll be really good as a band on the hat. And I seen that tail. I thought, oh my goodness, I usually don't have a mustache on my gnomes. I can make a mustache. So yeah, I punched a couple out in white. I didn't run them through the embossing folder because they're super tiny, but I am going to use them as his mustache. That hat, I thought that band, that punched out thing, I thought I lost it. I was looking around for a blue swirly looking thing, and there it is, upside down to the right. Soon as I got it punched and inked and went to put it on the hat, I happened to glance over there and realize that colored piece was it. Yeah, that dark brown is it. So I've got it extra in case I want to make another gnome. Now, I didn't make a sample of this. I thought, well, I'm kind of behind. If I make a sample, that's going to take more time. So I am just kind of guessing as I go. I wanted him to be turning to his right a little bit because he is going to be doing something and holding a hammer. But there's going to be another one on the layout that is face forward that I made when I started to do the layout a couple of days ago. And he is straight on. So he's easier for a person to make. So I don't want to challenge all of you to make a gnome. You can make one like him, which, you can look at him and see how to make him from watching this. And that one would probably be the easier one. But if you watch this, you might want to try to do him. And so I am challenging you to make a gnome and leave in the comments that you made it. But there is no prize for it. Sorry. It's just a challenge. I just wanted to challenge y'all to see if anybody does do any paper piecing. Or punch art. You might have punches for everything. I think all the other times I used my pennant punch for the hat. I did cut the body though every single time. I started to use these two 1-inch ovals for his arms, but then when I went to put it up there, I thought, oh, that's just way too little to be doing what I want him to do. The other one has that size, but it's just not going to work for this one. Now, this oval might be just a little bit too big, but it was my next size up. So I went ahead and used it, and I thought, well, he could just have big flowy sleeves. And so I went ahead and used them anyway. But that sign, I fussy cut it out of the Craft Consortium, and it says North Pole. And I thought I'd put him with a hammer to, like he's either fixing it or installing it in the snow or something. Oh, and I want to mention that his nose looks kind of funny. If y'all see the close-ups, I don't know if the glue was still wet or what. I don't know what it was, but I remember trying to tuck those the mustache on, and it felt soft instead of very firm. Well, looking at it now, it's got little and then well, it looks embossed with with the points of the mustache. And so you might see that in the end at on the close-ups, but I thought I'd tell you about it. I kept wishing I had icicle water punch. Oh, for years now. And I finally, this is probably, April, May. I mean, it's been a while. I ordered this and it's one for cards, so it's not even 6 inches long. And I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and get a die for it so that I can have some icicles on my layouts. And then I almost forgot about it. But this whole layout revolves around that. I knew I was going to put that on there. And there is a fireplace behind uh, Reagan. And I thought about doing something with icicles and a campfire and all that. So I thought, well, I'm going to do the trees and do some mixed media and everything. I did not think about gnomes until I was trying to decide my title. Well, I had to get a different die out, and I seen these in there, and the titles are We Are Memory Keepers. And I thought, well, I haven't done one with that title, Gnomes for the Holidays, or made a gnome. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So it changed my whole layout. You will see a bunch of stuff laying there. It's not going to go on layout because it's not going to look like what I had originally planned. I planned a bunch of gifts on there since she is opening gifts. But I decided when I got done with the layout that I wasn't going to put it on there after all. So they're just going to sit there in the tray. I did cut the snow out ahead of time. I just wanted to see if I liked it down there or not, and I did. So it went ahead and got on the layout. And uh, as you can tell, it kind of worked out with him kind of leaning to the side with the hammer. Those pages, there's 4 pages with those tools. I'm going to get a lot of use out of them for the next few years. Usually a page of something lasts me maybe a year, sometimes 2. So 4 pages, it should last me a while, even though I am using them pretty often. I kept looking up there at my icicles and I decided I wanted to add some of that ink. I do have some on the snow at the bottom, but it's lighter so you can't see it as good. And there's my sequence, and it's Glacier. I know I read a glacier something from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and my friend Colleen sent them to me, and I just got them last night, and I had to use them on this layout. So yeah, they're going on my layout to add a little sparkle and to go with the little white splatters in the background that's snow. And yeah, I really love sequins. Y'all know that. Well, I'm back, and y'all probably didn't even know I was gone, did you? um, I kept thinking about his nose, and I thought I'm just gonna go ahead and fix it, and just have the last video with the fixed nose. Well, while I was in there, I got to looking at those presents and her red shirt, and I thought, well, I can put some presents on here and put some that's got a little bit of red or dark pink on there. So the last photo is going to have the changes I did. Well, you can't tell much by looking at the nose because it looks exactly the same other than the embossed indentions from the mustache. And I just laid the other one on top. But you will notice the presents. So I do have three because, uh, three, I like those numbers better than two. And yeah, there's the gifts because she is opening gifts. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But have a happy Scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. And thank you so much for watching my video too. Bye.